it's going to take a doozy of a game to match what we just saw here from Fostoria in Game 1. The GMC runner-up Fairview Apaches gave New Bremen all they had, but just came up short in a 5-set thriller. Now, can we see the Green Meadows Conference champs reach a regional championship? Tinora is in town. The number 6 team in Division 6 takes on the Buckettes from Buckeye Central, the last team remaining to make the Northern 10 proud here tonight. Back in a regional tournament for the second time in 3 years. Can Coach McDougal's squad get it done here tonight from Fostoria? We'll find out next, live and free on the OH Report.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Happy Halloween!
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
It is time now for your pregame show presented by the Buckeye Central Athletic Boosters as the Buckettes are in action tonight in a regional semifinal here from Fostoria High School. My name is Jonathon Langdon. Justin Wilson, your camera operator here tonight. Go time is far past as we had an extended game one that went 5 sets between New Bremen and Fairview. Very nice competitive game, but the Cardinals, one of the top dogs in Division 6, they reign supreme. They will take on the winner of this one here tonight between Buckeye Central and the Tinora Lady Rams. Let's talk about those Buckettes here to start things off tonight. This team coming in 20-5 on the year. Missy McDougal has had them in a really nice position after a little bit of a disappointing year last season. District championship, they fell to New London. They're right back where they want to be in a regional tournament game. First matchup against Tinora in the Max Preps era. That's a fun fact for you. These two teams don't meet often, so we'll see if that plays a factor into how they play each other. Not too much familiarity on both sides, and then you see the last 3 games. Those are all 3 of their playoff games. They have won 9 of the available 10 sets. They've won a tough one against Van Buren, another 1 seed in their district that actually, with the restructuring of the tournament, they actually got moved into the same district as Buckeye Central. So it was actually 2 number 1 seeds going at it in a district tournament, which you rarely see. But now that with the changes in the tournament draw and how teams are placed in brackets, that was a possibility, and it happened. And Buckeye Central proved themselves against a solid Black Knights squad. One of the players that really helped out in that game against Van Buren, and then also just the entirety of this postseason run, is Maren McDougal, the last remaining McDougal for this Buckeye Central volleyball program. Her career could end tonight if she is not careful. A top setter in the Northern 10. She was the co-player of the year along with Mohawk's Biz Klopp atop the Northern 10 conference. You see her numbers, 7.8 assists per set, 81 service aces. That's the one thing that we're really looking at. If you're Maren McDougal, if you can get some aces on this team, not even let them get kind of assembled and maybe force some early timeouts out of Tinora, that could be a big key. And she's getting ready with her sets in this one as they have the floor for the final couple of minutes here. Let's talk about their opposition. The Tinora Lady Rams coming into tonight 23-2. Fairview, a team we saw in game 1 in the Fostoria region here tonight. They were runners-up to this team, and they just took New Bremen the distance. So that tells you the depth of this league at the top, especially 7-0 in the Green Meadows Conference. It says unknown there, but it is the Green Meadows Conference. They have had some tough battles to get here. They won in 5 sets in the district championship against the Panthers of Parkway. It's kind of gotten more and more difficult as the tournament run has gone on. Those are all 3 of their tournament games as well there. They played Montpelier, Liberty Center, and then, of course, Parkway, as we mentioned. They were state semifinalists last year. They beat a team that we are familiar with here on the OH.REPORT, right here in Fostoria. They beat Monroeville to get to that point, and then they fell to Pleasant in the state Final Four. There were plenty of options for a player spotlight for Tinora. They are very top-heavy, very much like Buckeye Central saw out of Van Buren. They're going to rely on Tatum Creps to get a lot of the touches here tonight offensively. 551 kills. That is second best to Ava Brown from Lexington, who was above her before her season ended last week in a district tournament game. But Tatum Creps is now the queen of remaining attackers in the state of Ohio. She will play at Bluffton next year. 551 kills. You see her on your screen right now. 6'1". She is a formidable force that will get active early and often for Tinora here today. Just a couple seconds left before we announce lineups along with the national anthem. They've in fact actually already got the flag down right next to me. We will take a break and come back with the first serve tonight here from Fostoria, live and free on the OH.REPORT.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
We return to finish up your pregame show presented by Buckeye Central and their athletic boosters tonight in a fun, exciting regional semifinal game here from Fostoria High School. Before we continue our pregame show, some shout-outs are in order in the comments section. Lisa, Susie, Dora, Jill, Leah, and JD all cheering on Buckeye Central tonight. Final shout-outs, I promise, will be to our sponsors, bringing you live and free coverage here tonight from Fostoria between Buckeye Central and Tinora. Shout out again to those Buckeye Central athletic boosters, along with McDougal Financial, Friedley Insurance, and Ebert Dental Group. Keys to victory are up next. Let's go ahead and talk about those Buckeye Central Buckettes. I think the obvious story here is you've got a lot of players that can kind of contribute to your roster. I think you got to find some wild cards tonight. They found one in Mia Chamberlain in their last game against Van Buren. She led the team in kills with 16. You're looking for another player like that to step up in a big occasion here today. And then also, you want to make the Rams one-dimensional just like you did, again, referring to that Van Buren game where they were able to force 43 of the 47 kills by those Lady Knights from just 2 players. We're back out on the court here as you see it. And shout out to Fostoria. They do a fantastic job just making this a special occasion for both teams. They've turned out the lights. Going to announce lineups here as we continue on with our pregame show. Keys to victory on the other side for Tinora. Pin hitters, you've got 2 studs. Now obviously, I just said Buckeye Central needs to keep them one-dimensional. Tinora on the other side, they could either try to counter with finding some other opportunities, find some other wild cards to kind of take away from that other key. But those pin hitters, that's where everything's going to centralize from, and that's what's going to allow you to go to those other options. Looking at Paige Gamby, the Green Meadows Player of the Year, recently passed 1,000 career kills. Can they get her going? She'll wear number 3 in black. And then also our player spotlight, Tatum Creps, who is second in Ohio in kills, 80th nationally in that category as well. And then simply, against a team like Buckeye Central, return your serves. That is going to be the biggest goal, is just to make sure you stay in system tonight against Buckeye Central, a team that comes out of the N10 hungry after giving up a share of that N10 title to Mohawk. They feel like they were shorted a little bit. Now they want to get even further down in the postseason to kind of make up for that slip-up with Mohawk towards the end of the regular season. Tinora being announced, having their lineup announced, and after that we will get things started here. Buckeye Central unranked in the Max Preps polls, at least in the top 20. Tinora is number 6 coming into today. McDougal Financial will bring you your scoreboard tonight. Set number 1 just about set to go. Our first serve looking like it's going to be about 8:40 as we sit right now. Lights are back on here in Fostoria. It is time to play some volleyball. Laura and Diana, shout out to you both tuning in with us on Facebook Live and free to watch the Buckettes take on the Rams. Lady Rams knocked out another OH Report team last season right here on this floor. Monroeville jumped down to Division 6 for the last season. They fell to Tinora. They're up in Division 7. They played earlier tonight. They're moving on to a regional championship thanks to a sweep of Jackson Milton. They will play on Saturday. Will the Buckettes join them? You'll find out here, live and free on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon on the call with you tonight. Justin Wilson, your camera operator here today. As I hope you brought your caffeine wherever you're laying down in bed potentially tonight watching this game. Maybe go grab a caffeinated beverage and get ready to stay with us for what could be a late one. Still a great crowd on both sides despite the later start here this evening. Paige Gamby will get things started for Tinora at the service line. She'll work it near side. The serve goes to the back row. Elise Seifert will receive it. Near side tap kept up by Creps. She'll get her first opportunity today. It's a kill. Fantastic start if you are Tinora today. Working it near side again, off the block. Great return. And then McDougal attempts a dump. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. We'll show you this play again. Buckeye Central on the board. Thanks to the kill as they find the back corner. Cross swing, near side, back to Megan Seifert. Up the middle, power touch, easily there, Elise. Megan, cross court, too far, out of bounds. Lady Rams 2, Buckettes 1. Macy Benfeld, the Green Meadows Conference honorable mention, will serve as it looks like we're going to see a change in point. Give it over to Buckeye Central instead. This one off the block. We'll just go ahead and keep the score there. It's 2-2. Now it will be Macy Benfeld, the sophomore, wearing the off-color jersey today for Tinora. McDougal sets near side. AJ Jury gets herself into the action. She's not able to be received by that Tinora front line as they tried to help out the defense. Megan Seifert just over the tape, received by Gamby. Bump set from Schoblin. And the power, or the lighter touch, the dink you could call it, hits that far sideline, knots us up at 3. Ella Schoblin, a 5'7" junior setter, leads the team in aces with 66. Also, by far an assist, 912 just this year alone, as she sails that into the net. Buckettes lead at 4-3. The leader in aces on the other side steps up now, Maren McDougal. She'll send it into the net, so they trade errors. And now the 6'1" Tatum Creps, who I'm sure, just as she does here in the gym, stands out on your screen at home with her height. Nearly a head above of everybody else for Tinora. This ball land out of bounds. Tinora also believed they did not touch that. Should have been 4 hits nonetheless. Rams take the lead. McDougal tight to the net, keeps away. This will go down as a kill. Elise Seifert. Here's the whole sequence again, thanks to Friedley & Co. agency. Substitution, Harper Concert had an ace against Van Buren, sails this out. For Concert, that was pretty much her only contribution. She's come in as a serve specialist these last couple of matches, and as you see, she does check out after that error. Long way to go for McDougal. Out of system, we'll see a free ball from Tinora. Buckeye Central with the set, and Chamberlain is blocked. Book it a solo for Callie Wells. Here it is again, the freshman. It's a freshman on freshman crime as Mia Chamberlain could not convert. Just grazes the tape. Great reception, however, by Chamberlain to keep it up. Dump from Elise Seifert. How cheeky was that from the Buckettes? Switching sides, Olivia Bishop now in to serve. No aces in the district title. Defensively contributed a lot. 8 digs, 20 receptions on serves. Nearly wins an ace there. Does get an overpass. Back set, Elise Seifert, a dink to tie it up at 7. So the dump to the dink. See what she does here on this next point as Bishop will send it away again. Set from Schoblin, far side, cut shot, beautiful. Paige Gamby takes it right back for the Rams. Punched up by Elise Seifert. She will free ball this as well. Schoblin up the middle. Addison Dominique, who will be a pivotal star in the coming years for Tinora. Just another freshman, one of 2 that play regular time on the varsity squad. Had 9 kills in the district final against Parkway. Megan Seifert goes cross court. Nice dig by Benfelt. Gamby, power touch to the corner. Lady Rams' biggest lead of the night is 3 now. Unblemished in the Green Meadows Conference. Looking to continue that dominance here against one of the N10's best. Out of bounds on the swing from the Buckettes. It's 11-7. And a timeout from Coach Missy McDougal. And the Tinora faithful getting hype right around us. So Tinora will huddle up after a nice little run, makes it 11-7. They have rattled off the last 4 points. Tinora tonight looking to make it a 10th straight win. They have just been red hot ever since the month of October came around, and quite frankly, October's coming to an end. They'll have to take it into November if they win tonight and go up against one of the best. New Bremen is awaiting the winner of this one. Coach McDougal still very verbal as her team breaks the huddle, and we're set to go. Barking out commands from the sideline. We'll see what sticks here for Buckeye Central. Near side, Seifert off the touch. Kept up by Benfelt. Set it up attempts. McDougal digs up a set, and that'll find a spot on the floor as Elise Seifert having a great start to tonight's action. Kind of confused some Lady Rams as they let it fall right between them. Topspin serve received by Tinora. They'll go back to Gamby, tight to the net, no touch on the block. It's a point for Buckeye Central. Get back to some comments. Travis Berardi listening on the way home from Monroeville's victory. Shout out to those Eagles for the sweep. And Jocelyn, Pleasant Spartans wishing Buckeye Central good luck here tonight. McDougal set to the middle. Emma Keller wasn't ready for it seemed. Reset, Gamby, power touch. That'll go to the bleachers. 12-9 Lady Rams as their power hitter comes back in off of the bench in Tatum Creps. Gamby after the kill puts one just over the net. Outside the 10-foot line, Megan Seifert puts away a swing. Now to work its way to Creps. Fantastic dig from Hanlon. She'll have to do it again, potentially. This time it's Bishop with the dig and the swing left short. That's a heartbreaking way to lose the point, I'll tell you that. No contest on any sort of swing from Buckeye Central, and they just leave it short. Bishop receives the serve, one-hand setup. You can tell early on, Buckeye Central targeting Creps with the first contact. She'll get the third here on a tight ball to the net that'll land inbounds for Buckeye Central. But the Buckettes have gone out of their way at times to send the ball over Creps' way just to get them as out of system as they can and really test the 6'1" senior and see what she can do defensively. Good up by Gamby. Back over to Creps off the touch. Jury got the primary contact. They'll go her way up the middle. Nice volley cooking here between Tinora and Buckeye Central from Fostoria. Back to the middle. Jury's blocked. Addison Dominique again. She'll take a seat, applauding herself for what she just did on the senior, the freshman, with her second block already. Jury forced to the second touch. Reset for the Rams, and that'll drop. Tatum Creps. I'm about to list off a stat, and it may jump out to you just like it did for me. 37 kills in the district championship game against Parkway. Now, the game did go 5 sets, but still, that is a fantastic number as A.J. Jury plays this off the block, earns the Buckettes a point back. It's 15-11 in favor of Tinora. On the other side, for Jury, who just got that kill, 14 kills, 8 blocks. She hit .355 in that match in their district final against Van Buren. Megan Seifert the serve. Back set, they're going to Creps. She leaves this short. It rides the net onto Tenora's side. Buckettes are now within 3. Megan Seifert, 2 aces in the aforementioned district final, looking for one right here. Launches it into the net. It's 16-12 Tinora. Callie Wells will return to the game. The freshman joins the front row for the Lady Rams, wearing number 10 in black. Back to serve the setter, Ella Schoblin. All GMC second teamer. Nearly wins the ace. Nice up by Maren McDougal. And then Megan Seifert from the back row finds a tape dancer that drops on Tenora's side. It's 16-13. After that one, Buckettes in business. We'll have to take a look back at that one later on in this broadcast. Creps off the touch. Easy up for Megan. Near side, touch over the block. It's beautiful from Mia Chamberlain. Buckette slowly crawling back. Maren McDougal will serve. This ball lands in bounds, just shy of the back line. It's an ace. Ace number 82 for Maren McDougal this year. 3-0 run for the Buckettes. They are within one. Another high toss, targeting this near side, and Benfelt cannot get to it. We are all knotted at 16. And that'll trigger a timeout from head coach Bretta Haggerty. Both teams have now burned one. And even 16-16. It is a 4-0 run on the Buckette side that helps them. Force a timeout. Here's the last 3 points from Buckeye Central. 2 of them via the ace from their senior star. Time to shout out some more comments. Keep them coming here live and free on the OH Report. Free content for me. JD watching his cousin, Missy McDougal from Wichita, Kansas. Anybody going to beat that on this broadcast tonight? Anyone further than that tonight? Erica says definitely not a foreign place to be for Coach McDougal, one of the greatest to ever play at Buckeye Central. The McDougals hold a lot of those spots at the top of the list for Buckeye Central, that is for sure. Love watching these ladies and their finesse. Scott says that on our Facebook chat as well. It has been great to see today. However, pure power wins the point here for Tinora out of the timeout. It's a coach's point for Bretta Haggerty. After the kill, Tatum Creps launches this one over. Right to Hanlon. Nice reception with 2 hands. Dig on the other side by Benfelt. Staying out of the net. Beautiful set. Gamby cannot get it down. Great defense from Buckeye Central. There's some finesse. However, the Rams do field it. McDougal going back to Jury. Touch over the block. It is up a pancake from Schoblin. And now they'll give it to Buckeye Central on a late call that says that ball hit the floor. It's very hard to tell from our angle in the gym, but the one that made the call probably had the best look out of everybody here. And thanks to that, it is now tied up at 17. Schoblin set to Gamby, cross-court swing, overpass on the dig by Concert. Tight ball to the net, blocked down. Gamby, a joust, partially deflected by Seifert on the block. Back with Tinora. Far side, Gamby, a third attempt in this volley, sails out of bounds. Harper Concert, the 5'8" sophomore, will send another. Gamby power touch. That eats up 2 Buckettes. It has been Paige Gamby early on in this one that has had a lot of the juice for Tenora's offense. Comes into today. She's been spectacular offensively and defensively. She's got 5 straight double-doubles coming into tonight with digs and kills. How about an ace there from Christina Meyer? She had 3 of those in their district championship game. Also had 4 blocks as a member of the front row. Haven't seen her in that position yet tonight. But we do see her with a second straight ace. First to 20 is Tinora. Christina Meyer, one of 4 seniors on the roster for the Lady Rams. Looking to make another impact. This time received by Hanlon. Recovery by Buckeye Central, sent away by McDougal. Ball up the middle, and Dominique. Talk about domination so far for the freshman. Timeout, Coach McDougal. It is another 4-0 run. We are going back and forth here with just kill shots after kill shots. But going back to Paige Gamby, who we talked about previous, defensively and offensively has been a beast. How many players can you name in the state of Ohio that have both 350 plus kills and 300 plus digs? That's what Paige Gamby has done this year. 374 offensive kills, 337 digs, and she is likely to hit 1,000 in her career in the dig category tonight. We'll see who's keeping track of it on the scorers table and if we'll have a stoppage if it does get to that point. I believe she came in 23 digs shy. Out of the timeout, no more left for Buckeye Central. They've got to ride it the rest of the way. Tinora in that aspect holds all the cards. Chamberlain from the back row, blocked. Dominique did not let a timeout phase her. Rams lead by 4. Still at the service line, Christina Meyer. It's a 5-0 run for the Rams. Buckeye Central led by 1 at the start of this. Underneath it, Schoblin sets it up, and it's off the block out of bounds. Paige Gamby, another kill. 6-0 run. Very animated Missy McDougal. Trying to dish out commands here to try and salvage this first set. Meyer, bullet serve received by Megan. Back set, Mia Chamberlain tries to dink it over. And it looks like that Tinora block is ready for it now. It is set point. The finesse has been very helpful for Buckeye Central, but we've seen the adjustments from the Rams. Meyer continues to wreck up this serve received for Buckeye Central. Here's a free ball. It was sailing out. Gamby plays it anyway. She'll get a third contact. Up by Megan Seifert. Chamberlain over the top. For the set win, Gamby off the touch. Nice dig by Hanlon. Still going here in this volley. Long way to go for Tinora. They can't keep it up. So the run is finally broken for Buckeye Central. They've got to rattle off 5 straight points to send this to extras. Set point number 2 for the Lady Rams. It'll be Olivia Bishop up to the task. Nice solo block from Keller. Ball will stay up on the ground. Chamberlain, back set. Elise Seifert cannot find the corner. That'll sail long out of bounds. And the Rams take set number 1 here from Fostoria. Number 6 team in the state taking on unranked Buckeye Central, and the Rams hold the advantage here early.
Feel like I should feel like.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
And welcome back to Fostoria. There's your set one score. If you're just joining us, it is 9:03 as we sit right now heading into the second set. Had a 5-set thriller delay us just a little bit here tonight between New Bremen and Fairview in game one here from Fostoria. New Bremen came out on top. They await the winner here between Tinora and Buckeye Central. Those Lady Rams were in black. Closer side of your screen, took set number one, 25-19. Very much a back and forth affair. We saw numerous runs from both teams. But it was a 8-1 run from Tinora to end that first set that really did the damage heading into set number two. A couple of players to note, they have fed Paige Gamby a ton today. Could say the same for Tatum Creps. And then Addison Dominique, the freshman, seems like everything is coming to her as she's had a couple of blocks, also a few kills up the middle. So those three have been doing the load of work for Tinora. On the other side, Buckeye Central saw some great things from Elise Seifert. Great digs also from their libero, the freshman Maisie Hanlon. And it looks like Maisie is going to get us started here. We'll go back to Creps. This ball will sail in. Great start if you're Tinora as you feed your hot hand. 551 kills coming into today. That is the best in Ohio of players remaining in the regional tournaments. Macy Benfeld sends us away. Joust at the net. McDougal can't really match the 6-1 Creps. 2-0 Lady Rams. Macy Benfeld going to serve again. 15 digs in the game against Parkway. Another joust. This time McDougal up for the task. Back to Creps. Over the top of the block. Nice punch up with the left arm by Maren. Makes her way back into the play. They'll go back that direction and still no answer for Creps here early. We knew it coming in. Buckeye Central, not the tallest team. Emma Keller's their tallest piece at 5'11". And she's not one that plays as much as some of the other stars. So going up against 6'1", it was always going to be tough. They go to her again. This one dug up by Bishop. It will go out of play. You can see how much damage Creps is doing here in this second set. She did even more in the district championship. If you weren't with us before, I told you that she had 37 kills in that last game. This one punched out of bounds by Jury. 5-0 run to start here for the Lady Rams. But Tatum was set the ball 82 times. 82 possibilities to get involved. This ball ends up short, gives the Buckettes their first point. That is unheard of. Usually if you have a star player, they're getting about, I don't know, maybe 50, sometimes 60 opportunities in a 5-set match. But 82 times, she hit 207 in that game against Parkway. Good serve by Megan Seifert. Back to Creps, off the touch. I mean, it's pretty close to unstoppable when you've got somebody like that you can go to every single player. She's a 6-rotation player. That ball grazes the tape. Good reflexes by Buckeye Central. Creps again. Are you kidding me? 7-1 run for the Lady Rams here. And a timeout by Coach McDougal. She has seen enough. That is a great rotation for Tinora as Creps has her way to start this second frame. Creps 1,200 career kills, 144 career aces, 185 blocks. I mean, those are some great numbers. But what's interesting, though, is Creps hasn't really been involved on the block too much this season. She only has 18 blocks. Some other seasons she was 60-plus at this point of the year. But they have found a new role for her, and that's just simply stay on the outside and swing it as high over the block as you can. And Buckeye Central has just not been able to jump high enough. Talked about the height disparity. Most of the time, it's 5'6" Maren McDougal that's jumping up to try and make some blocks for Buckeye Central. And she's got ups, don't get me wrong. This team can jump out of the gym. That's why they've gotten this far, despite being shorter in stature. Creps still out on the floor. She's going to go back to that far side. Won't get an opportunity, though, as Ella Shilbwin sails this out. Big thing, though, for Buckeye Central, both points you've scored in this set have come off of errors. You need to start building something of your own. You need to establish something. Creps, far side again, this time blocked mostly by Jury. They'll switch up field. The freshman, Callie Wells. And then it starts to turn into a psychological game because you've got Creps on that far side. How many times are you going to keep feeding her? How many times is Buckeye Central going to have to lean that way? And then you go to the other side and let your freshman get basically an open kill. Back set Jury, tries to punch it up, but it is blocked by Gamby. It is all Rams in this second set. Another one out of bounds, this time by Krebs. Going to really try to change things up now. 2 subs coming in. First action today for the 5'1" junior Grayson Hook. She will jump in the back row. And they'll bring in the serve specialist, Harper Concert. .58 sophomore with the ball. Gamby, that far side's really where they've worked most of this game. And I mean, you're up 10-3. Keep on going there until it doesn't work. Libero for Tinora checks out. Macy Benfelt to the bench. In comes Christina Meyer, who led a 7-0 run to end that first set here at the service line. This is dangerous territory if you're Buckeye Central. Good reception by Hook. Elise Seifert sets it up. This ball tapped down. Callie Wells, second kill of the set. Line drive right to Megan. Back set Elise. Chamberlain finds a seam. And that is the first kill of the set for the Buckettes. Those first 3 points were all off of Tinora errors. Maybe this is where they start to find some rhythm. They're going to need it. Olivia Bishop back in to serve. High serve. Should be overpassed. Yummy ball. Not too much ferocity in that swing, but Emma Keller gets the job done. Makes it 11-5. Tinora leads by 6. Bishop, another light-hearted serve. Back set. Wells goes off the touch. And nice up. Buckeye Central gets it over thanks to Elise Seifert. Dominique. And then all of a sudden, whenever you see Krebs and Gamby start to dominate a set, then you bring in Dominique, and all of a sudden, it's like she came out of nowhere. She did. And now she's the one to worry about out on the floor. 12-5 Tinora. Cross-cut shot. Ben Felt digs it up. Gamby's blocked. Set it up attempt by Shoblin. Good job by Buckeye Central. This will dance onto Tinora's side. Gamby roll shot. Dug up Bishop. Far set, and this will be rejected. It's Dominique. Eight-point lead for Tinora. Ball back to the Buckettes. Riley Baldwin, number 7 for Tinora, was in momentarily, had not seen action up until that point. Here goes Elise Seifert. Nice job by Tinora getting that ball in. New setter, Dominique. This one blocked. Keller and McDougal combine. Still a long way to go. Get back in this set, but we'll see if the Buckettes can chip away. Seifert, last game, 11 digs, 7 assists against the Knights, had an ace. Doesn't get one here as Dominique paints the back line. Running up on this, Seifert also does the same, just on the other side. Look at how close that one is. It was clearly in to my eyes, and I'm sure your eyes at home agree. Maisie Hanlon, high serve. This will just go out. 7-point lead again for Tinora. Thought there may have been a reach over on Tinora. No call, and Shoblin gets the yummy ball. Rams have doubled the Buckettes' points. Tried to trigger up the replay, didn't get it in time, but I thought Krebs reached over the net. No call. We continue on. Maybe a ball don't lie moment right there. The Buckettes win it back. It's 9-16. High toss, Megan Seifert, bullet serve. Makes Gamby fall over on her back. Miscommunication on that one. Very animated Coach McDougal after that too, as that fell between two Buckettes. And that is not a good sign. Shoblin will serve again. This touches off the tape. Good punch up, keeping it available for Tinora. McDougal back to A.J. Jury. Been quiet up until that point. Nice up from Elise Seifert. He'll switch sides. Chamberlain out of bounds. This has been an impressive display from the Tinora Lady Rams. Longer trip to get here, about an hour and a half. For the faithful from Defiance. Free ball from McDougal. Back row attack. First one we've seen tonight, and it works. They go to Paige Gamby. The lead is 10, biggest lead of the night, and that'll trigger a timeout. All smiles from the Lady Rams as they head to their bench. Back to the drawing board if you're Coach McDougal and Buckeye Central. Shout out to our sponsors bringing you tonight's live and free coverage. Buckeye Central Athletic Boosters would like to congratulate all of their fall sports athletes on a great season, and they wish the best of luck to volleyball and boys cross country runners as they continue their tournament runs. Also, shout out to McDougal Financial, providing resources and advice, focusing on the time-tested investment solutions as well as long-term retirement planning strategies. Friedley Insurance also sponsors tonight's broadcast. They are a second and third generation family-owned and operated business proudly serving the insurance needs of the community of New Washington and the surrounding area for over 50 years. And then one final shout out due to Ebert Dental Group, general dentistry for all ages in Willard, now offering injections and fillers. The lead is 10. Tinora out of the timeout. The lead now 11 after an ace. Shout out to Nick and Britt, Tony, and Bev tuning in live and free to watch these Buckeye Central Buckettes in a regional semifinal as they score with Chamberlain. Nice set to the near side. Not able to be scooped up by Gamby. A little out of sorts there, out of the Rams. A nice kick up by Benfelt. Showed off some acrobatics, but that won't get her any points. It's 20-11. McDougal, short serve. Close to the net. Shilbwin stays out of it. Cut shot, it's a beauty. Lead back to 10 thanks to Krebs. The honorable mention All-Ohioan from last year wins an ace. And the Rams really starting to run away with it now. First teamer in the Green Meadows Conference gets another. The domino effect just starting to continue on here for the Buckettes, as that's a couple of miscommunications now on these serve receives. Line drive just over the tape. It's a third straight ace. I'll tell you what, from experience, as a taller man myself, whenever you've got a 6'1", 6'2", or in my case 6'5", person at the service line, you don't have to jump. All you have to do, toss it up, put some power. it'll get over the net. That's exactly what she has done. 4 straight aces to put an end to it here in set number 2. Rams rolling here in Fostoria.
Go.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
And welcome back here to Fostoria High School, live and free on the OH Report. Set number 3 about set to go. Tinora leads it 2-0. They had this very same lead in a district championship game, but they did let it slip against Parkway. They fended off, fortunately for them, in a 5th set. An 0-2 comeback from those Panthers took them down 15-11 in set number 5. Looking to not repeat that here. They want to make sure that they take command in set number 3. Buckeye Central, just a couple of communication errors between teammates. Those will need cleaned up. I'm sure that was a big topic of discussion for Coach McDougal in the huddle. Another shout out to our sponsors tonight for this live and free coverage from Fostoria. Buckeye Central Athletic Boosters, McDougal Financial, Friedley Insurance, and Ebert Dental Group. This touches just over the tape, and that is now 5 straight aces for Tinora. They ended the set just a few minutes ago with 4 straight from their star Tatum Creps, and now it's Paige Gamby making it 6 straight. Buckettes are puzzled right now. This one taken up out of the net. Swing from Keller forces a diving stop from Gamby. Roll shot up by Hanlon. Second contact swing. McDougal can't get the kill. Maren to the middle. Keller. Nice hands by Benfelt. That's Brooklyn Benfelt, whose name hasn't been mentioned too much tonight up until that point. She'll scoop up another one here. Try again with Keller. Up by Krebs. Another dive, but it will not result in a send away. Buckettes earn the point. That was a hard-earned one at that. Dominique goes short. Free ball will not get over. Seifert tried to play it cross court, tried to go cheeky just over the net. Did not end up working out. It's 3-1 Tinora. Lady Rams 6th in the state. This would be a 10th straight win if they can close it out. Near side work, Jury into the campfire. Another nice up from the sophomore Brooklyn Benfeld. And she helps Tinora strike again. It's 4-1. High toss, line drive, float serve. Jury now will take a swing. Up by Gamby. Set to Creps. On the block, has to send it back to the Buckettes. Megan Seifert, cross court. Great dig by Benfeld. This time it's Macy. And then a touch off the block. Actually, let's say no touch. I'll be honest, I took Creps' word for it, but the official right there to make the call, and they say no touch. It'll be Buckeye Central's point. Goes Megan Seifert. Just shy of the tape. Long set, and Creps does the rest. Callie Wells returns to action. She'll sub in for Brooklyn Benfeld, who had a great stretch for Tinora. High toss, line drive, that'll miss. Shoblin leaves it short. Nice location on the serve for Maren McDougal. Brings the Buckettes back to within one. See if Maren potentially found a crack in the defense. This time she'll go up the middle. Gamby easily receives it. Near side for the first time today. Creps changes location. Doesn't get a change in result. It is still a convincing performance for Tatum. Last time she was at the service line, Buckeye Central fans know the damage she did. Gotta be locked in on this reception. They actually didn't need one. Harper Concert returns to the service line. Gets this one over, goes short. Nice reception by Jaden Sines. And they go to Gamby. 7-5. I feel like a name we have not said enough is Jaden Sines. Another senior for the Tinora group. Number 6, does a lot of the serve receiving. She had 10 digs in the district championship game too. Back in is Christina Meyer, looking to do some damage on the serves. Keller blocked by the freshman, and a joust at the net won by Elise Seifert. Take a look at that one again, thanks to Friedley Insurance. Back goes Olivia Bishop. Set near side, off the tape. That'll help get around Dominique. We're tied at 7. Going a little back and forth here after a lopsided second set that favored Tinora. Far side, Gamby, cross-cut shot. Nice reflection, or I guess reflex, from those Buckettes. Megan Seifert jumps up for one. Gamby keeps it alive. It's a libero swing. Joust at the net. Won again by Buckeye Central. Another joust. And the Buckettes stay out of the net. Nicely done, Megan Seifert. Buckettes have a lead. Dominique touch over Keller. Returned anyways. McDougal has been all over the floor. Nice job by Tinora to keep the volley alive. Seifert dug up in the back by Signs. Out of the net by Shilblin. And it's a free ball, but not an easy one for Buckeye Central to field. Dominique blocked. And it's Keller the solo. The lead is 2. Thanks to the 5'11 junior. Timeout, Tinora. It's a much needed shift in momentum for Buckeye Central after what we saw in the second set. So Tinora won both of the first 2 sets, 25-19 in the first, 25-11 in the second. Now we're starting to see the Buckettes tail it back in their direction. They lead it 9-7. Coach McDougal instructing players on the floor. Quick huddle. Still 20 seconds left in the timeout, but not much more needs to be said. Olivia Bishop sitting with the ball right now. She will get us going again. Shoblin plays it to Dominique, up by Elise Seifert. Megan will swing this to the back corner. Buckettes are starting to find something in that defense. Trying to figure out myself what they're seeing, but maybe those corners a little susceptible. Coach McDougal gives the signal to Olivia Bishop on where to serve this ball. Right down the middle, Signs receives. Long set Gamby. Probably the best looking one of the night for Tinora. Pummels that past the back. Sophomore returns to action, Brooklyn Benfelt. High serve. Combination of Buckettes receive it. Out of bounds on the swing for Megan Seifert. Tinora tailing back. They're down by 1. Coach Bretta Haggerty looking on, gets the signal on where to serve it. This ball blocked down, nice up by Hanlon. She was already down on the ground, basically where the ball landed. Help them stay in, this will sail out. Gamby with the error. Buckettes lead at 11-9. Back set, Dominique, fading shot. Bishop probably could have let it go. It was looking like it was going to sail out. Continue on nonetheless. Dominique off the block. Good reaction by Tinora. It's a free ball. McDougal to the middle, mistimed with Keller. It's an easy block for Addison Dominique. Could see just the hesitation a little bit from Emma up the middle. That's what allowed Addison plenty of time to get in position. They'll try it again, this time right on cue. Buckettes doing a good job retaining the lead here in the last couple of points. Edging out these Rams by 2 at the moment. Hanlon, cross-court serve. This will send Tinora out of system. McDougal works it to Seifert off the touch. Creps getting involved again. That's what Tinora has been missing these last couple of points. And now that they have the ball back serving, well, maybe we'll see something like we did the second, where they just continually feed her on that far end. AJ Jury punches it up. Back row attack this time. Gamby makes it work. That just grazes the tape. We're tied. McDougal misses short. Back in front go Tinora. The Green Meadows Conference has been represented well here in Fostoria. The runner-up in the league takes New Bremen the distance in game 1. They fell short, but whenever you can take the Cardinals to 5 sets, I think there's a lot of respect that goes your way. That's exactly what we saw tonight. And then Tinora just completely dominating in spurts as AJ Jury gets a kill, gets the Buckettes back on the board. They trail by 1. But the champs and the runners-up in that GMC conference doing their jobs here in the regional tournament. Line drive. Long way to go. Benfelt gets there. It's a free ball. In system going to McDougal. Roll shot from Jury. Nice little spin on that ball to tie us up at 14. It was a little wicked. Saw it real good from our camera angle here. Able to find a gap that hit right on the line too. Looks like Krebs tried to get a little crafty. Looks like got a timeout here. Score is 15-14, Buckeye Central. High toss, Seifert can't get it over. Ellis Shoblin. Higher toss. Received by Hanlon. Near side. Chamberlain back into action. Freshman can't get the kill there. Solid swing, but good defense by Tinora. How about the setter dump? Maren McDougal. If this truly is it for her as they trail 2-0, she's going to try to go out with a bang tonight. Expect to see some increased intensity from number 13 in red as Krebs misses out of bounds, can't get a touch. Krebs taps it over the block. Chamberlain fading away, earns a deflection off the touch. Buckettes lead it 18-15 here in set number 3, and I believe that's going to be a final timeout from the Lady Rams. So they'll chat it up again, and Buckeye Central holds the cards here in set number 3. Up by 3, and with both of their timeouts at their disposal. Want to give a shout out to the Buckeye Central faithful. It was a late one here tonight. It sits 9:42 right now, and the crowd still fantastic. You know, a lot of people have work in the morning, still making their way out to cheer on these Buckettes, and also a shout out to everyone watching live and free here on Facebook. $156 watching on Facebook, 268 on YouTube. All taking in some great volleyball here from Fostoria. Maren McDougal will get us going again. No timeouts left for Tinora. Rougher set. Really the first set that really hasn't gone the way of Shelburne. She's been great otherwise, and thanks to that, Buckeye Central's got another point, 19-15. Buckettes continuing to pile on a solid run. Krebs will get a chance to break it. This ball, I barely missed, I'll tell you. But the Buckettes do score it. I was late to the replay, but I thought that hit in, I'll be honest. It looked like Tinora probably should have broken the run right there. 20-15, well, they'll get it back, and ball does not lie. Second time we've seen that. That error breaks a 5-0 run for Buckeye Central as they're the first to 20 in this set. First time they've done that today. Seifert receives. McDougal, nice set. Riding it down the line in bounds is Mia Chamberlain. Biggest lead today for Buckeye Central is now 5. Harper Concert. We get a chance to come in as the Buckettes are looking to send it to a 4th. Looks like we misplaced the ball. Now we finally have it. Still looking for that ace that she averages a game. Nice job by Shelburne, punching that away from the net cleanly at that. Dink attempt from Seifert does not work. They'll go with a cut shot. Near side off the touch. Chamberlain starting to pile on here late in the set. It's a name we haven't called much, but the freshman, we talked about her very early on in the broadcast, but if you are just joining us, Chamberlain led them in kills against Van Buren, 16 of them. She's been quiet otherwise tonight. Off the touch here, Chamberlain keeps it alive. Shelburne, far side, Gamby. Great dig from Concert. Chamberlain looking to finish it off. Back set, freshman leaves it short. Callie Wells goes into the net. It's 23-16. Buckettes with their biggest lead. Now it is extended to 7. Concert. Received by the libero. Gamby, cross court, this time it'll work. AJ Jury and Concert will both check off. Libero returns. Macy Hanlon. Looks like Emma Keller also in to join the front row for Buckeye Central. No subs for Tinora. Chamberlain the dink. Makes it set point. Buckeye Central, it's their first one tonight as Mia Chamberlain starting to stack it on. As I say that, she's going to go take a seat, give way for Olivia Bishop. who will serve it up. A lot of set points to work with here for Buckeye Central. Top spin serve received in the back by Signs. Gamby looks to have been rejected. Tinora recovers, sends it over. Here goes Seifert. She's blocked. That'll hit in play. Nice shift on the block, and it looks like, again, it is Addison Dominique who gets all of the contact. She did have some help on the block, but it was all Addison. Set point number 2. Roll shot from Seifert, kept up by Benfelt, and a dump over. Schoblin. You see in the last couple of points, she's been just having to try to punch it up away from the net to give her teammates opportunities. Well, she uses that trend to her advantage as she goes over the net, throws off Buckeye Central. Keller with a high tap. Gamby around the block. Great up by Bishop. Looks like she hurt her arm a little bit. She's favoring that right arm. Dominique finishes the play. I'm still looking at Olivia Bishop, number 1 for Buckeye Central. Still favoring that elbow, maybe. She's going to receive this serve. McDougal goes to Keller, looking to end the set. Great dig by Signs. We continue on. McDougal set, near side. Megan Seifert. Another one, this time by Macy Benfelt. Seifert tries it again. Off the touch. There we go. Buckettes win set number 3. They get something out of this one. And maybe momentum. That's the key word for the Buckettes. It is now 2-1. Tinora still leads, but Buckeye Central swings it their direction. We'll see if they can get a 4th as well. Here live and free on the OH Report.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Welcome back to Fostoria High School, live and free on the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon here. Justin Wilson, your camera operator tonight. Getting ready for set number 4. There's your set 3 score as we wipe the scoreboard clean. Buckettes take one, keep this alive for a potential comeback. I mentioned it at the start of the 3rd set that Tinora, in a district championship game last week, gave up an 0-2 lead. Ended up playing a tight, competitive 5th set. They, of course, obviously, since they're here tonight, were able to hang on and beat Parkway. But the door is very much still open for Buckeye Central. Let's take a look at the Sweet 16 in Division 6. Look at the second pod down. You'll see Tinora and Buckeye Central. That winner between the first pod, New Bremen and Fairview, is New Bremen, so that is who is awaiting the winner here tonight. Then the final four, if they get that far, you'd have either Southwebster or Newark Catholic. Both very good programs in the state of Ohio in volleyball. They're there nearly every year, Southwebster and Newark Catholic. It's a fun regional championship to see yet again on that side of things. I know a couple people that I went to college with at Mount Vernon Nazarene University that played college volleyball for our school, all from Southwebster. The Jeeps, they call them. You can call it a pipeline from Southwebster to MVNU. Started with the fourth set here, and the Lady Rams, just as they have done the previous three, get the scoring started. Macy Benfelt had a couple of nice digs in that last set, despite overall losing it. Nearly gets an ace here. The official can't get out of the way. Rams up 2-0 quickly. And then talked about Southwebster. Then we have to talk about Newark Catholic and just the dominance they have had, not in just the sport of volleyball, just a lot of sports. Football, not so much. It's been a rougher year for the Green Wave in that aspect. So here's an ace for the Rams. High pooch serve. McDougal receives it, but it is overpassed in. You can't give away yummy balls to Tatum Creps because that's exactly what's going to happen. And honestly, that was probably on the lighter side of what could have come out of that. 4-0 Rams. Creps will try again, maybe an early jump. Does not matter. Able to keep it a menacing attack. 5-0. And we'll see an early timeout. Coach McDougal just 5 points in, not happy with what she's seeing, so they'll talk things over. Let's go ahead and jump back into those comments. Shout out to Maryland. I saw this earlier. Watching from Arizona, only 6:30-ish out here. Well, now it's 6:55, but glad that we can get this at somewhat of a normal time for you over in Arizona. 9:55 here in Fostoria and all around Ohio. Travis gave me a little tidbit. I remember this, actually. I don't know why it's just now coming to me thanks to you, but Buckeye Central, they did come back a couple of years ago in a regional semifinal from down 0-2. So just like Tinora, it's not uncharted territory for them to give up the 0-2 leads. It's very familiar territory for Buckeye Central to overcome the odds and then end up coming out and winning it. Shout out also Nick and Britt. A couple comments left tonight. Scott as well. Less tipping, more killing. We've seen that from Buckeye Central last couple of minutes. And then David Kent shouting out our sponsors. We know we love that, to see that in the comments section as well. This ball lands in play. Coach's point for Missy McDougal. Melania Chamberlain checks back in for the Buckettes. Bishop will go to the bench. Five to 1. Make it 6-1. Looks like Ella Schoblin will serve. Hit her 1,000th career assist this season. Also career high with 62 assists in that district championship game last time out. Gammy runs into the locker room to try to chase this ball. Makes her way back out. Couple high fives from the Tinora teammates. Good up by Hanlon. And McDougal leaves it short. Immediately a facepalm. Instant regret hit her face as she went to swing at it. Tatum Creps back at the service line. Elise Seifert misses out of bounds. 8-2. So we mentioned it, Buckeye Central, the last team remaining out of the Northern 10 Conference, a league that I thought was very competitive this year. This ball in play, this will go down as an ace. It's 9-2 Tinora. It's just unfortunate that some of the teams that N10 had to face. Colonel Crawford in a district championship played against New Bremen, top dog in Division 6. This ball still out of bounds. Buckettes get back on the serve. And then Mohawk, who split the title with Buckeye Central, ended up running into Monroeville in what turned out to be a 5-set classic between two great teams in our area. But the unfortunate draw in that is that one of them has to lose, and it ended up being Mohawk on that given night. And that ended the illustrious career of Bis Klopp at Mohawk. The player that split the Co-Player of the Year honors with McDougal, who sets this one up for Chamberlain. Nice tight block from Buckeye Central. Reset, joust at the net, and it looks like a violation on the Buckettes. They'll call it on Seifert. Ten to 3, Tinora. But just as we talk up the Northern 10, we have, of course, talked about the Green Meadows Conference, and Tinora, the last team standing in that league now after Fairview's loss to New Bremen tonight. But this is not unfamiliar territory. Buckettes win the point back. Last year, Tinora made it all the way to the Final Four. They inevitably fell to Pleasant from out of Marion, but they're looking to get back there again. Want to make another trip to Dayton, just a trip down I-95. Megan Seifert fading shot, dig by Benfelt, up by Dominique. Gamby goes right at Hook, who's able to handle it. Megan sails one out. Gamby tries to go with some finesse over the top of the block, ends up leaving it way short. And you know it is getting late at night when the clock now hits 10 o'clock and I no longer have access to my Facebook. It's a thing I have on my phone to shut off social medias at a certain time. But I'll have to hop on the computer, check out some comments later on here. 12-5, Lady Rams lead it by 7 after the service error from the Buckettes. McDougal the free, ends up going out of bounds. 13-5. Paige Gamby dropping back to serve again. In 2024 was a first-team All-Ohioan, also the Player of the Year in her district. She wins an ace here. 4-year varsity player. Timeout here by Buckeye Central to be their last of the set, as Tinora leads by 9. Gamby, a forced three-sport athlete, and she is very good at all of them. Volleyball, softball, and wrestling. She had multiple offers in both softball and volleyball. She is committed to play softball at Malone. I wonder how good that Tinora softball team is. If it's anything like this volleyball team, it wouldn't surprise me at all. They've got some athletes here with the Lady Rams. So Gamby, after this timeout, will go back to serve. 4-year starter. How about 3 of those years as a captain? Just a great career for Paige. She'll get us going again. Keller will try one, but it is rejected. Dominique ups the edge to 10 for the Rams. Roll shot nearly finds the campfire. Dominique kind of punches it over awkwardly. Keller blocked, but out of bounds. Buckettes strike. Ends a light 4-0 run that Tinora was on. Nice block from Buckeye Central, AJ Jury. Able to make some contact on the attack attempt by Creps. Maisie Hanlon. It's going to take some doing to get back in this 4th set, but if they do, it'll be a big momentum swinger. Creps squeezes through. Because you can't forget, Buckeye Central, they come back, take this 4th set, we're heading to a 5th, and all of a sudden, pressure surmounts on both sides, but I would think that even more so, pressure would be on Tinora simply just to hold the lead that they've had all match long. McDougal sets near side. Seifert sees that one in. I don't know about this one. Right there to make the call, though, and he stands by it. Is that near side official? (16-8). Megan Seifert, second team all-conference in the Northern 10. Side spin on the serve goes to Creps. Check out the 3rd swing. Standing, and that is in. That is, I'll tell you, that's pure 6-1 right there. That's what I'm able to do out on the court sometimes, just messing around with my friends. Just hardly put any effort into it. Just stay upright, put an arm over it. Height advantage, simply put. This ball short. Some new names getting into the contest. For Buckeye Central, Ella Daniel. She'll run after this ball and help try to keep it alive. Can't get over the net. It's 19-8, and Buckeye Central season starting to slowly fade away here from Fostoria. Chamberlain over the block, set by Schoblin, and this will sail out for Creps. 19-9. Short stint for Daniel. Back in is Maren McDougal. She'll serve this one away. Desperately need a run with her at the service line. They're not going to get it. Back to old reliable go the Lady Rams, and Tatum Creps looking to close the door on Buckeye Central as they lead it 20-9. Nice ovation for Creps as she makes her way to the sideline. In comes Signs to serve. McDougal back set. Jury. That'll be blocked. 4 points now from a regional championship spot, should clarify, for Tinora. McDougal stays out of the net nicely. Chamberlain, nice dig by Signs, just not to another Lady Ram. Buckettes get to 10 in the set. Harper Concert checks back in. Sophomore defensive specialist gets us going again. Shoblin, far side set. That'll land in. Paige Gamby. She now replaces Creps in that far side outside hitter position. Christina Meyer handles the ball. And she'll win an ace. I'll tell you what, she's probably been the best tonight from the service line. Not at just winning aces, but just helping keep runs going. She has forced Buckeye Central out of system numerous times on these serves. See if she can do it again. 23-10. This will sail right into the net. Seifert over the block. Nice dig by Signs. Shoblin, tight ball, and Gamby takes a tumble. She ran right into that step ladder for the head official. How about this back set? That was adventurous from Shoblin. It would have been something if she pulled it off, but that's going to force a timeout from Bretta Haggerty. A decent run here from Buckeye Central, but Tinora, those fans still excited. They will clap them all the way to the bench. They can feel it. And really the main message, I'm looking at Tinora's bench, is I don't think Coach Haggerty was really happy with that set attempt from Shoblin.
Fans, please join us on Saturday at 2 p.m. for the regional final with the winner of this game versus New Bremen.
Just made a PA announcement here in the gym. Winner of this game will take on New Bremen for a regional championship game. And right now, these Tinora fans feel like it's going to be those Lady Rams reserving a date right back here on Saturday afternoon. Need 2 more points to lock it in. Gamby on the overpass. That'll make it match points for those Lady Rams. Everybody on their feet in green. The serve from Brooklyn Benfelt. Up by Elise Seifert. This could be the season for Buckeye Central. In system, far side, Gamby off the block, down on Buckeye Central's side, and that'll do it. The Tinora Lady Rams will have a date with New Bremen on Saturday afternoon for a regional championship game. We'll take a break and come back with your MVP tonight. It's a hard decision. You'll just have to wait and see who we pick tonight, live and free on the OH Report.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Happy Halloween.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for your MVP tonight, presented by Ebert Dental Group. Paige Gamby from Tinora joins us upstairs. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Heading back to another regional championship game, going up against New Bremen this time, but let's just reflect on this game here against Buckeye Central. What really went well in those first two sets to really make a statement?
I think us just coming out and playing our hardest definitely helped us out. Yeah.
All right, well, Paige, now moving forward, just talk about your team and just how this team has been crafted to make another run like you guys had last year.
Coach Haggerty definitely helped us a ton. Our team's very young, but she's helped us with all of our skill levels, and yeah.
Well, Paige, I know that you're going to be playing softball coming up in college, but what about volleyball really makes things special for you, just with the team success and just what makes it a great other sport for you?
I love it a lot. It's very competitive, and my team is super competitive too. We all want to win, and definitely helps me for softball, keeping my legs strong. So
absolutely, and then wrestling as well, I heard.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome. I love
Thanks.
that. Well, Paige, congratulations to you on the
Thanks.
win. Best of luck moving forward. Go ahead and look into that camera. Give any shout outs you want.
shout out to my dad and my mom and my teammates and my coaches who all helped me on the way here.
All right, Tinora gets the win thanks to Paige Gamby. Congratulations
Thank
again.
you.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all.
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
And it's time now for your post-game show presented by the Buckeye Central Athletic Boosters. Want to give a shout out to all of our other sponsors as well. Shout out to Ebert Dental Group, your MVP sponsor. Just heard from Paige Gamby from Tinora after a 3-1 victory over Buckeye Central here tonight. Also, thank you to Friedley Insurance out of New Washington supporting Buckeye Central Athletics along with McDougal Financial. You can kind of see the congregations here at the end of the night. It is a late one. Don't expect too many people to stick around much longer. Some long trips on the way for both sides to get back home. But Tinora will be right back here on Saturday to take on New Bremen in a regional championship match. We're going to keep it short and sweet here as well, but do want to go ahead and share those set scores. If you're just hopping in, checking out the end of this one, 25-19, 25-11. It looked like Tinora was going to run past Buckeye Central, but then those Buckettes showed their heart, showed their grit, won that third set 25-20, and then right back to Tinora towards the end. But Buckeye Central, they did not go quietly into the night as they got a 3-1 defeat against a really solid Tinora team that is ranked 6th in the state for good reason, folks. As I want to give one final shout out to a lot of these Buckeye Central seniors that will be calling it careers after today. Olivia Bishop, Elise Seifert, along with AJ Jury and Maren McDougal. Some fantastic names in this for this program that will be remembered for a long time, and hopefully the program will continue to go on the up and up thanks to those 4 seniors who have done a lot to really help this team get far in tournaments. It's their second trip to the regional tournament in 3 years. Only up from here. However, it is the end of an era for the McDougals, so shout out to all 3 of them that played. It is Mia, Maren, and Maya, who were all fantastic players for this Buckeye Central team. And then Missy McDougal, as well as the head coach, bringing them to victory a lot of times and a lot of great memories for this group. They ended as N10 champions. They shared it with Mohawk this season, so still a lot to hold your head up high about when it comes to this Buckeye Central team. A lot of teams starting to dip down from our area in the tournament, as there's not a lot on our volleyball schedule left, but what we do have is on Saturday, you've got Pleasant taking on Huron. 2 teams that we cover here on the OH Report, going to be battling at it on Saturday afternoon. Of course, this game tonight takes Buckeye Central out of our calendar, but Monroeville also got a win, and this is not updated on your screen, but we will have it updated for you. You can check on our social medias at the OH Report, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We'll make sure to have all of the volleyball coverage coming up for you live and free. Make sure you know about it well in advance here tonight. That'll do it tonight from Fostoria. Beautiful hosts, great facility, great atmosphere for all of these teams in this doubleheader. Got the chance to watch both of them all the way through. Great competitive games here this evening. Jonathon Langdon, Justin Wilson signing off here on the OH Report. Shout out to our sponsors one final time, rolling through your screen. And a great season to the Buckeye Central Buckettes. We look forward to covering them in the following years here on the OH Report. Thanks so much for joining in. Have a great rest of your week.